Good afternoon. My name is Nadia Gomez. How amazing have you felt when you took a break from social media, even if it's just for a few hours? In this digital world of social media, we're just a few clicks away from being connected. I am sure we all have social media accounts, whether it be Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or Snapchat, just to name a few, that we check on a daily basis, constantly throughout the day. In this instantaneous world, where a simple push of a button gets us connected, have you ever thought about disconnecting from social media? What are you feeling right now? Maybe a little anxious, slightly uncomfortable, maybe intrigued. I can understand why. It's a daunting thought. Now I know it won't be easy to quit social media, cold turkey, but baby steps in the right direction is the way to go. Disconnecting from social media can conquer the fear of missing out, improve your overall mood, and reconnect with the real world. Have you ever heard of the phrase fear of missing out, or better known in the digital world as FOMO? According to an article in Make Use of, FOMO is a form of anxiety that you get when you're scared of missing out on a positive experience or emotions that someone else is getting. FOMO is fueled by how much time we engage with social media networks. I am certain that we look at our Instagram feed, for example, and we see someone on vacation or off work and think they're having so much more fun than us sitting here in class lecture or in our work cubicle. By disconnecting from social media, you remove the FOMO phenomenon altogether. In an article in Self magazine, Jacob Barkley, PhD and psychology professor at Kent State University states, "It is almost natural to think that among all these other places, there must be one that's far more interesting than where you are right now." This, he says, drives the anxiety associated with cell phone use, and it leads people to compulsively check their phones constantly. I always find it a bit ironic because they could be having a really nice time if they just put their devices down. According to Lifehack, social media is engineered to be as addictive as crack cocaine. When you first stop using social media, you will expect to feel withdrawal symptoms. Overall mood sets the tone for the day, so let's back up a little bit. In a Bank of America survey out of 1,000 U.S. adults, the survey found 71% of Americans sleep with their phones right next to them. According to the National Sleep Foundation, the blue light on your phone screen can interfere with the production of melatonin, which is the hormone that is responsible for you getting some shut-eye. If we don't have good sleeping habits, it sets off our mood for the following day. If you're feeling highly anxious, stressed, or depressed, these are good indicators that you may need a social media detox. Again, Jacob Barkley, PhD and psychology professor at Kent State University, states in an article in Self magazine that taking a break from social media or technology can help some people reduce their anxiety. One thing, it could lessen the obligation for constant messaging, constant communication. Responding to new emails, new texts, Facebook messages, nonstop can become stressful. And getting away from it, even just for a day, can feel great. Since we all are talking about taking baby steps, even starting with a day, disconnecting from social media is progress. Lastly, disconnecting from social media will help you connect with the real world and not just seeing life through a phone screen. Jacqueline Nessie, a clinical psychologist PhD candidate at the University of North Carolina, states, excessive cell phone use on social media at the expense of in-personal interaction with friends or family can negatively impact relationships and well-being. Sadly, people who spend a lot of time on social media have reported feeling lonely and isolated in the real world. If we put the phone down and not feel the need to post or record everything that's happening in every second of our lives, we could have really good relationships. For example, instead of constantly being on your smartphones, we can enjoy dinner, have real-life conversations. We could be reading a book or painting, going to the park, volunteering, or meeting up a friend for coffee for just one-on-one time. Disconnecting from social media will not only get us to reconnect with real life, but lets us free up time for a whole range of things other than screen time. Remember, quitting cold turkey from social media isn't easy and probably won't be easy, but it's very doable. The key to detoxing from social media to making it a forever disconnection is all in baby steps. It is normal for it to feel weird at first, but keep making the conscious effort to keep moving forward to eventually disconnect from all social media completely and see what the real life is without it being seen through a screen. Thank you so much.